This is Naaman with the Great Millstone Camp here in DC, back for another video. All right. First and foremost, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rekah HaKodash, and double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, who deserve double honors, and root well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways, pushing the truth across four corners, of course, aided by the many videos that go out also across four corners of the earth that serve as edification, mainly for the remaining hopefully elect of our people. But they're out there for anybody, all right? And proof of that people are watching, we know because we see it in the comments and various videos that we watch. And, all right, and a good majority of the time, it's almost quote for quote. All right, so we know you are watching, all right, but a lot of you are going to stay on that proverbial fence. All right, things are happening quickly. All right, so you got to get out of that procrastination. Of course, Jake, the Ak and the Akwa, the kings and queens of procrastination, you know. All right, keep playing. All right, this is the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research, all of which I am doing. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Once again, fair use, fair use, fair use. All right. So where we're going here, man, oh man, this is beautiful to see. What we have here, this is from RT. It says, inside Russia's Sarmat, the missile meant to make any enemy think twice. After a successful test launch, Moscow says the first Sarmat regiment will enter combat duty by the end of 2026. Now, how do they know this? Let's see what this Sarmat is. All right. And this is, of course, by Dmitry Kornev, military expert, founder, and author of the Military Russia Project. All right. It goes on to say, on May 12, 2026, Russia carried out the second successful launch of its newest heavy liquid fueled intercontinental ballistic missile, the Sarmat. The launch marked another major milestone in the flight testing program for Russia's next generation strategic missile system. Following the test, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced that the first regiment equipped with Sarmat ICBMs would officially enter combat duty by the end of this year, 2026. A ballistic missile of this class is being developed in modern Russia for the first time. All right. And again, you have to wonder, well, with all the armaments that these countries, especially the, Russia, have been at it for decades, so-called, well, it was a Cold War, but at the same time, everybody was building shit, and now we're in this time period where the countries that were once doormats, hey, they got shit too. Not to the extent that the major powers do, but there's surely more parity now, and that's scriptural. In fact, let me see if we can get that real quick. All right, let's go to the book of Isaiah 14. All right, and of course the restoration of Jacob, which is happening as in real time here. I'll just skip down to the point. It says Israel's remnant taunts Babylon. All right. Let's see. Of course, the first two, well, This is telling you that, hey, Israel, when they come back into power, those people that enslaved the Israelites, treated them unjustly. Well, guess what? It's going to be a reversal of fortune there. They're going to do the same thing. And also those that were considered Israelite foreigners, all right? Those are the ones that is mentioning here, those strangers, all right, that shall be joined, all right? Let's see. Let's get into the remnant and start at 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, that's Lord in all caps, all right, shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. All right. The Most High Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. So it's his turn. All right. You got Lamentations 4 and 20 and 21. In fact, let's get that because you got plenty of scriptures that goes into the Obadiah, the humiliation of Edom, which is the self-professed white man. You just have so many things to look at. Habakkuk, 2nd chapter. Many angles to go at this. Jeremiah, Joel. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, it's your turn. Let's go to Lamentations 4, the last 2 verses. All right. It says, verse 21, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What cup? What he's done to us. All right. The slavery and all that. He's going to have to drink the very dregs of this cup. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. And surely he's being revealed as, again, I speak. It's all over, especially here in America. All right, verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. All right, O daughter of, and what's going to be one of the mechanisms of that punishment? What we're talking about here, this article from RT. All right, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And again, this is the time that he is being revealed. All right. You got this right here, this chapter here, Isaiah 14, and you have 2 Thessalonians. Oh my goodness. Going to Peter's. Wow. It's just so much. And, you have to continue to pay attention here because, like I said, things are happening so quickly now. All right, this devil, you have to know, is damn near in panic mode. All right, because those people that currently occupy the land of Israel, they're very nervous. All right, you think they don't know? You think these think they don't watch us? The rabbis and yeah. It says a ballistic missile of this class is being developed in modern Russia for the first time. The Sarmat is intended to replace the Soviet-era Voivode missiles, which until now have remained the most powerful ICBMs ever deployed. So why would you need more powerful nuclear weapons? He says, thanks to the immense, considering what they do. And that's what everybody's quoting that Tupac song, the lyrics where he said they got money for wars, but no money to feed the poor. Well, this is what he was to do. This is Revelation 6 and 4. All right, that that sword. All right. I'll get that as soon as I get through with this. The Sarmat is intended to replace the Soviet-era Voivode missiles. All right, that have remained most powerful ICBMs ever deployed. Thanks to the immense power of this liquid fuel rocket engines, the Sarmat is expected to carry now listen to this, unprecedented payload between 10 and 14 medium-yield thermonuclear warheads, each with an estimated yield of around 700 kilotons, or potentially up to 5 maneuverable hypersonic glide vehicles similar to those used in the Avangard system. Now let's, real quick, let's get out of here and let's see what was the yield. All right, let's see. Let's go here. Hiroshima and all right. Let's see. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All right. So in kilotons, oh, come on now. All right, let's see what it says. Thank you very much. Let's see. All right. All right, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Let's see. Now these were weak by today's measurements, and all right. So 140,000 in Hiroshima and 74,000 Nagasaki, and of course that's doesn't take in consideration. All right, 38,000 were children. Damn. You know these bastards don't care. These were not military targets, but they had to test. They had to test their creation. You know, and the fact that Japan was trying to surrender, they were just negotiating how they wanted to go about it with their emperor. I know that they had an attempt in February of that year, and I can't remember the other one. But yeah, you know, like the scripture said, James 2 and 13. You know, this motherfucker's not going to be given any mercy because he has showed now. All right, now I want to get the kiloton. Let's see. Ground temperatures reached 4,000 Celsius and radioactive rain poured down. These are terrible. Look at this bike. Look at that. It says he was 3 years and 11 months old when the bomb detonated over the city on August 6, 1945. That was what's left of his tricycle there. I'm still trying to, it's giving me the equivalent in tons of TNT, but I need the, damn, I don't know how to convert that shit. Fuck, let's see. 42 of 45 hospitals were rendered non-functional. God. Look at that. Look at that. Long-term effects. It takes around 10 seconds for the fireball from a nuclear explosion to reach its maximum size. That's an eternity. But the effects last for decades and span across generations, yes. And then what they did with Vietnam, with all those chemicals they used that caused birth defects, they're still feeling the effects of this over there in Japan. 5 or 6 years after the bombings, the incidence of leukemia increased noticeably among survivors. After about a decade, survivors began suffering from thyroid, breast, lung, and other cancers at higher than normal rates. Look at that. Damn. Of course, I can't read Japanese, but it burned everything off. Just look at this, people's skin coming off. Yeah. Yeah, she's a survivor. Still, I'm looking for the. I mean, this is all good and all. Yeah, I remember. I don't know. Did I do a story with this lady? I remember her. I remember doing a video. I can't remember when it was, but. Oh, let's go another one. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, I didn't mean to waste everybody's time. Slovakia. Let's see. Let's go back out and see. Come on now. All right, let's see. Did I overlook the obvious? Let's see. I mean, it was good to give you the rundown there, regardless. Okay, here it is. The explosive yield of a nuclear weapon is the amount of energy released, such as blast, thermal, and nuclear rate. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Usually expressed as a TNT equivalent. All right, got that. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's see. Come on, man. All right, here it is. Little boy, fat man. Little boy. Kilotons of TNT was 13 to 18. That's it. Let's see. And fat man was 19 to 23. And they're talking about 10 to 14. Let's go back. Hold on. All right, they're talking about 10 to 14 medium yield thermonuclear warheads, each with an estimated yield of around 700. And you see what 13 or 14 did, or anywhere from 13 to 19 did. Conventional ballistic warheads can be deployed together with penetration aids designed to overwhelm missile defense systems. However, maneuverable hypersonic glide vehicles present an entirely different challenge. Modern missiles defense systems are effectively incapable of intercepting such weapons. And then you saw those examples that Iran did last year. All right. And the one that struck a synagogue here, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, they showed, making the Sarmat a uniquely formidable retaliatory strike platform. Work on the Sarmat project began in the late 2000s through a collaboration between several Russian missile design bureaus specializing in liquid-fueled rocket technology. These included the Makayev Rocket Design Bureau and MIAS, traditionally focused on submarine-launched ballistic missiles. All right, so yeah, everybody's getting there. The arsenal's ready. We keep telling you. All right, they culminating in Revelation 17th chapter, verse 16. They all hate the whore. And you can see one of the main reasons it's doing it is because of its affiliation with those degenerate, bloodthirsty animals over there in the land of Israel. All right. And it started, of course, it says in 2015, assembly of the first prototype missiles began for a series of ejection tests and manufacturing trials. All right. It's built entirely in Russia. All right. Yeah, this is it says it's believed to have a range of at least 12,000 kilometers. All right. While carrying roughly 10 tons of payload. Good Lord. That can take out most of the East Coast, including its post, and that's just one. We always talked about the Satan missiles, but it's like, damn. And the late Mikhail Gorbachev did an interview. I remember watching it on RT back in August of 2015. And he talked about how one Satan missile could just take out the state of Texas. And you know how big Texas is. All right. All right. It says, I'm not going to take too long on this. I'll just put you can read it for yourself. But just to let you know, man, hey, these people ain't playing with America. America has, in this too, you have to know that, oh man, Israel played these idiots here in America. They play them like a fiddle. I mean, they manipulated them all the way through. And now this place is done. Just as Netanyahu was recorded saying back in 1990, 91, somewhere back then, that this was their plan all along, bleeding America dry. I did this, when was it? A few months back. I posted it, I think it was in the group chat. Yeah, this is, and they fell for it. This place is done. You got people making videos, they freaking out and shit. Why? Because as the um, uh, the professor would say, you've been niggerized. They don't like it. These people have been accustomed to living a certain way and looking down on Jake and just telling Jake you got to work harder and pull yourself up by those phantom bootstraps, and now they look like they're going to have to try to take their own advice, and they don't like that. This is why at the end of my videos I keep telling people to remain circumspect out here and keep your eyes and ears open, mainly taking that into account. What I'm telling you here about these people, these Edomites, they don't handle adversity too well, and they're liable to freak out. be very aware of where you are and who you're around. For that, whenever I say that, that's what I have in mind. All right, Jake too. You got to keep your eyes on them, but Jake is not likely to freak out like that. All right, or torque out, as we used to say. All right. It says, in total, Russia is expected to field at least 50 hardened silo launchers for the Sarmat system, making it the most powerful and lethal component of the country's nuclear retaliatory forces, a true weapon of retaliation. All right. Wow. Heavy missiles of this class are specifically designed to launch even under conditions of an incoming nuclear strike on their deployment area. In theory, dozens of Sarmat missiles could leave their silos while under nuclear attack. Damn. Carrying a combined total of roughly 500 warheads capable of devastating any potential adversary. See? What we've been trying to tell you all along, for those of you that thought that these scriptures weren't real. And you thought that, well, things are going to go on the way they were and everything was going to be all right. And, no. Oh, these are going to be used. This is the Most High's program. All right, and he's working on the minds, like Revelation 16th chapter tells you. He's working on the minds of these leaders. All right. Yeah, that's about it. That's the gist of it. Just giving you, like different stats and numbers. But yeah, they're. Let's see. Let's get this real quick. I'll close with this. He's mustering the host to battle. That's what he's doing. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Where is that? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I'm going in the wrong direction. All right, it says the judgment of Babylon. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, which is what we're doing out there on the highways and byways. All right, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. We're here in D.C. and you other that are out there, wherever you be in your, respective states, they're doing the same thing. All right, 3, I have commanded my sanctified ones. All right, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Most High, Yahweh the Lord of hosts, mustereth the host of the battle, and that's what's going on. All right, all these European nations, as I call them, and even these others that kiss their ass, like these states, like UAE and the Saudis and all these others that are mad now that Iran has attacked them. Well, you are a participant. You allow the U.S. to use the bases there as staging grounds. So you are a participant. So yeah, they had every right. So, like I said, lines are being drawn. All right, make no mistake about that. And then here on the home front, you have the economy oh man, it's going to get bad here. Fuel you got gas stations that are now pulling up signs about them not having any fuel. Again, going back to what I revealed earlier about people freaking out on these videos. Yeah, and it's just starting to really, really feel the pinch now. All right. And it's going to get really bad out here. You're going to see your neighbors for who and what they really are. All right, so with that, once again, this has been from RT inside Russia's Sarmat, and this is that new missile and missile delivery system for multiple nuclear warheads. Really nasty, nasty weapon. Like I said, people aren't playing. All right, they're tired of America's shit. Wow. So with that, once again, I hope whoever views this video has been edified. That's what we aim to do here at Great Millstone. Filter everything through the scriptures to let you know what time you are in. All right, these prophecies are happening. I made the opening statement about these videos out there for everyone's edification. I meant that, but we realize a lot of you just look at this as entertainment. And again, I say that's going to hurt you in the long run. All right, so with that, again, keep your head on a swivel out here. Keep your eyes and ears open. So with that, until the next video, hey, Shalom.